In today's Just One Thing resonance series, we're going to be looking at resonance as self-discovery. So, my mind knows all kinds of things that I'm worried about and thinking about. I'm worried about the folks who are being shipped out of the US unlawfully. I'm worried about the Supreme Court and how they decide things. I'm worried about the judges who are under attack. I'm worried about the lawyers that are under attack. I'm really worried about the way that women's choice and women's bodies is being abrogated. So there's so many things that I'm worried about. How would I know where to begin with self-resonance? Well, luckily, we have our body. So we stop and we go, okay, how's my body doing? What's happening with tension? There's like a woven mat of tension across the front of my chest. There's a little bit of piercing pain right between my solar plexus and my xiphoid process at the bottom of my sternum. My shoulders are tense. There's like a rolling tension here in the corner of my mouth. So then I close my eyes and I go, okay, which one is the most intense? Which one is the most alive, right? And so the most alive is whatever this woven mat is across my heart. So, and it doesn't matter if you can't tell what's most alive, you're just choosing one thing. That's why it's just one thing. So you can choose any of them, and each of them will give you a different message, a different thing that you're worrying about or wondering about or mourning. Okay, so here I am sinking into this woven mat. So I don't necessarily know what feeling it is. And even if I know what feeling it is, I don't know if there's other feelings that I haven't named yet. So I name those big four. I say, woven mat of tension. Do you need acknowledgement of anger? Woo! It lights on fire. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yes, it's true. I do need some acknowledgement of anger. Okay. Um, I didn't quite expect for it to go whoosh into flame. So it makes me laugh because it's self-discovery. And then I say, okay, woven mat of tension, do you need acknowledgement of fear? And my stomach, my breathing gets really tense. So it's also a yes. So far we've got anger and fear. So then I go, woven mat of tension. Do you need acknowledgement of sorrow, grief, shame, alarmed aloneness? These are the flavors on the panic grief circuit. And there's just not a ton of response there. I think because I've been getting some sweet connection with friends and support people lately. And I had a day with my husband, which is unusual and was wonderful yesterday. Okay, so, and then finally disgust. Say, woven mat of tension, do you need acknowledgement of disgust? I get a big breath, but there's not really any change with that. So we've got this anger and fear. Now, oh, there's such sweet things we can do with the anger and fear now that we know that we're there, that they're there. One of the sweet things to do is to do needs guesses. We've done those before, but just to tell you a little about them. It's like the abstract things that are really most important to us and our souls and our hearts. So, so we can often find them out by finding out what we wish someone would do. So, what do I want someone to do? Uh, hmm. Okay, now I want folks who have um, gone in a different direction than I went in terms of thinking about how best to save the world, to be able to open their eyes and look around. Then what I hit is my own awareness of people's unconscious contracts. And I could go into grief and mourning here. Here, this is an opening to that grief and mourning. But where I want to stay today is with the deep needs. Um, and the word that comes to mind is aliveness, like such a longing, a frustrated, angry, and frightened longing, but a longing for aliveness, to be just for people's faces to be alive in relationship, for people's bodies to be alive in relationship, for people to allow themselves to be moved. That's a nice one. My whole body starts to melt a little bit. And then the woven mat gets looser. For people to be able to be moved. This brings tears to my eyes. Now, I'm still a little bit in the land of strategy because I want specific people to do something specific to allow themselves to be moved. And so now I just go like one step deeper into it, and I can close my eyes if I want to and go one step deeper into being moved, into movement, into being touched, so it's like movability, touchability, for being moved and touched to be accessible. And I can see this as a theme throughout my entire childhood and my whole life. It's like really big. It's like wanting my mom and dad to be able to be moved, wanting my beautiful brother to be able to be moved, wanting, yeah, oh, I can feel it everywhere. Okay, so there it is. There's what's alive for me, for my body, for this part of my body that we touched into. That's what it is. Now you get to try it out, and maybe you'll put in the comments what you discovered when you went into your body and did just one thing of resonance.